All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're here live with us on Zoom, welcome, welcome. If you are watching later on the replay, the recording on YouTube, welcome, welcome. Please do subscribe to the channel so you can take advantage of all the current shows, all the previous shows, all the shows coming up. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you these amazing speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their processes, their healings, their channelings, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we can all awaken to happiness now. And so today, my dear friend Sarah Massiah is back with us, and we're going to be talking about healing your beauty wound. That's a new one for us today. And so some of what we're gonna discuss during the call is why do so many feel flat or disconnected from their beauty, and how this links to objectification, trauma, and societal conditioning. We're going to learn how your self-worth shapes your physical health, including the energetic reasons behind visceral fat, stagnation, and emotional heaviness. We're going to explore what it means to behold yourself with reverence and why losing this deep connection dims your inner radiance. And Sarah is going to be offering an individual and energetic scan to look at beauty wounds and give affirmations to aid you in moving forward. As well, Sarah is going to be doing a short healing meditation as well, like she always does, which is going to help us to have more inner peace, I think. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But for those of you who may not know Sarah, she's been with us many times now. We love having her on the show. She's an award-winning author, a multidimensional healer, and a founding member of the Elohim High Council of Light. She works directly with Creator, Melchizedek, Ascended Masters, and Angels, bringing through the golden keys from Melchizedek, the original keys of creation containing the key codes that shape all experiences across the cosmos. And as the founder of the Golden Key Energy Healing System, Sarah facilitates profound transformation by working deep within the Akashic Records. And her modality enables the collapse and clearing of old stories, patterns, and agreements from the very beginning of the soul's walk through existence, freeing individuals from ancestral, karmic, and multidimensional burdens that no longer serve their evolution. And she has had over 20 years of experience as a qualified nurse, and so she combines her grounded compassion with advanced spiritual insight. She's written several books now, and I'm sure she's writing another one as well. So everyone, please join me in welcoming Sarah back to the show. Sarah, welcome.
Thanks so much. It's wonderful to be back. And yeah, I'm great and excited to share this topic, newly channeled information. So first presented here.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. And most of, or if not all of the information that you have shared with us over the years has all been channeled. So you do a lot of channeling for information, healing, etc., right?
Absolutely, yeah. I work well with the healing. It's with Lord Melchizedek, Ascended Masters, Angels, but also mainly with Creator. Yeah, so that's with the key healing. But channeling, I channel with Lord Melchizedek to bring this information through, and yeah, the main master for the keys, the key energy clearing. So
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And so this is a new topic. I don't think we've ever talked about this before with you
no.
about the beauty wound. So do you want to talk a little bit about that first before we get into the meat of it?
Yeah. Well, basically, most of us have hold old wounds, as we know, old stories from previous incarnations, from previous walks through experience. But many of us have failed to remember our true divine beauty, and we look at it as how we perceive ourselves on the outside rather than, which isn't really the whole package of it. And as we get into the talking about it in a deeper level, we're going to look at why that's so, and societal norms and other outside influences that make us feel less than beautiful, when in fact every single one of us has a divine beauty that most of us have forgotten, or it's been squashed by like the norms of society, our own beliefs, media, that type of thing. So yeah, that's really the wounds that we carry
Mhm.
around, and we're going to talk about how to release that and how to come back to our divine glory, our divine essence, which is beautiful and beauty.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, this topic is triggering a lot of stuff, bringing up a lot of stuff that I haven't thought about in years, right? But
Mm.
for me, unfortunately, this resonates a bit too deeply, a bit too deeply. So
Oh, bless you.
yeah,
Well,
it's
we'll
you
do a
know,
bit of
it's
healing on that soon. We'll
yeah,
have a little,
e-
yeah, we'll have a little
exactly,
tune
exactly.
in.
And
Yeah.
I think it's mainly from things people have said, etc. And you
Mm,
know, depending on who those people were, it can make an impact, right? Affect, especially if you're younger. And I mean, now I'm like
absolutely.
58, I don't really care. But when I was
Mm,
younger, 20,
absolutely.
then it was definitely a big thing, right? So,
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
wow, it's
Yeah.
coming up.
But oh,
So,
bless you.
be okay. It's like it's not that big of a deal anymore, but still, it's like I can feel the residue of it, right? The
Yeah.
imprint of it is still there a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So it's
just
quite good we're touching on this because when we
yeah,
obviously we get a trigger, then we can really look at it in a deeper way and think, oh, there's a little bit still left of that. So yeah,
exactly.
always
So,
yeah.
So let's talk about it. And so before we go further into it, I wonder how many of you are also being. I cannot be the only one. I say I cannot be the only one who is being triggered or whose memories are coming up regarding this topic. So please let us know in the chat if this also resonates with you in some way. It doesn't have to be like big, but even little things. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So why do so many of us, and I'm going to include myself in this because obviously there's still stuff there, feel flat, or if we feel like we're disconnected from our core beauty, our I think you said earlier glory, our glory, from
Yeah.
within,
Yeah.
and where we've been affected by the physical appearance and impacted by things people have said, or how things have how people have reacted to us or acted with us, etc. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, feeling flat is no, most of us have felt flat about our beauty or how we perceive our beauty at one time or another. Often, again, we talked about how others make us feel, and when we feel flat about our beauty, it's a really heavy burden to kind of um, hold and carry about because we don't really, day to day you're running around, but beauty has and how you perceive yourself has a huge impact. There's many layers to this, so it's not just how do you perceive it. It's all tied up with our self-worth and yeah, and how we express ourselves in the world. Because if we're feeling really flat about our beauty, it has quite significant impact on other areas of our life.
Mm.
Um, so obviously, media's obviously distorted what beauty means, and depending where you are in the world, obviously in one area one may perceive beauty in a certain way. Across the other side of the world, it may be perceived very differently. So I think it also has to do with where, we've incarnated on the planet, and also family pressures, family beliefs, that as you age, the aging generation aren't seen as beautiful, when in fact we should, as an as you get older, you've got greater beauty because you've got greater wisdom and you can shine and affect many more people. I think it's just, yeah, a lot of societal pressure. The human
Absolutely.
image, yeah, definitely been objectified. So it's about your body, your face, what color, even it might be down to the color of your eyes, your hair, for instance. These have
Hmm.
been echoed across many lifetimes. It would have been these echoes would have been carried on. It might be you were too thin in one life and it was like the societal norm to be larger. I mean, there's many different, scenarios we could go through from past walks through experience, but I think when
Yeah.
one is objectified, inner beauty is really squashed down. And obviously, we do in the media, it's constant bombardment, subliminal messaging about how we should look and what we should present to the world. And, um, it's not really reality for, we're not all top supermodels, but we can behave like a top supermodel and believe that we are beautiful. And then your beauty tends to shine, from you. So it's about your self-worth, self-belief as well.
Absolutely. And it's about, who you are at your core. And for me, it's, I mean, if I were to objectify myself in any way, like look at myself in that
Mm.
way, it would be like, I know that when I smile, for example, my whole face glows, right? That joy and that
Precisely.
happiness, is there. But but that is always there, but I'm not always going to be smiling every single second of the day. But that glow is within, right? And I
Absolutely.
remember one past life where I was very beautiful, right?
Mm.
But then nobody took me seriously. Nobody listened to my opinions. Nobody listened to I wasn't able to express myself because they just
Yeah.
saw the outer, right? They only looked at
Yeah.
the outer and that was it, right? And then in another past life, I was very rich and very plump, but that was
Yeah.
that was that was beautiful at that time for somebody who was rich. They were plump because they had
Absolutely.
more food, more money to buy food, etc. Right? So it just
Yeah.
depends. But it's for me, the beauty is who you are within that expresses
Mm.
and radiates out. And so for me, that radiates out when I'm smiling, obviously, right? But it's
Yeah.
always within,
Absolutely.
and if we can share that and focus on that instead of the physical appearance, um, because for me that part of it is not as important. It doesn't matter how you look, it's how you feel inside, and the energy that you radiate and the words that you speak, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, because true beauty really holds no words. It's not perceivable in typical kind of typical language or senses. Uh, and yeah, many believe it is not really real. Thus, we forget beauty can become lost because it's misunderstood. It's like a vibration, it's an energetic energy that is not quantifiable in our words or our language. It's something beyond physical, beyond, and it is like an internal glow, a kind of luminosity, if you like. They told me upstairs, it's like a glow that you possess once you realize how glorious and who you truly are. And it's all coming back to again remembering um your wholeness. So when we feel we're not beautiful, and part of the key work I do is to bring you back to remembering your wholeness, which is divine, and we're all whole. We've just walked through experience and had little um, incidents, dents, flattened by
Hmm.
what we hear, see, or have walked through that makes us forget that we're whole. And on Earth, many of us, obviously, we came here and we completely forgot who we were. And then we come back to the awakening of who we truly are. And so beauty goes beyond being able to define it in words. It is a resonance that one possesses when one remembers who they truly are and walks through in a type of with the divine in a wholeness, feeling whole again.
Absolutely, absolutely. But to be fair to all of us, we've had some trauma from this lifetime, and even in previous lifetimes, we've had trauma around the
Absolutely,
beauty wound, around our physical expression, right? But I
absolutely.
also feel that there's a small niggling thought that comes to me when I think about the physical expression. It's like when I was born, the DNA that was all jumbled up together that made me
Mm,
was chosen by, we could say my parents, but if you look at the bigger picture, you could say chosen by God, creator, created me this way for a specific purpose, right? So
absolutely.
the dark hair, the darker skin, whatever it happens to be, right? Was
Yeah.
was chosen for this soul to have whatever the soul wanted to experience. So even the physical expression, the beauty or lack thereof, whatever,
Mm,
was a way for our soul to come back to us, for us
mm,
to remind us who we truly are. We are not the physical body, we are the soul within, right?
absolutely. Because I think most people, most souls have that beauty, even with severe, like we've chosen an incarnation maybe that wouldn't be perceived societally beautiful, but it's we're talking about the inner beauty, which is like a smile, but beyond a smile, they tell me. It's beyond your inner smile. It's a deep knowing that you're beautiful. So even those that have experienced what we wouldn't perceive as uh, societal beauty can have beauty and be beautiful and have an aura or something about them, an enigma that lights up a room, and that's again a beautiful thing. So it hasn't, we must try to get away from the this objectified what our face looks like. It is because when you really are creative, this is what I've channeled, expressing your true beauty, it's like a glow that in like I can't get the words out, envelopes others in your beauty, and it spreads way beyond our aura. It's like a vibration that really pulsates out and touches others so that they can aid them remembering their true beauty. And this true divine beauty is a type of strength that comes up from within and can really be expressed and aid others.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And so,
Mm.
the soul's beauty, or the beauty, the divine beauty within us is, for me, what is more important to focus on than the physical expression. But at the
Yeah,
same time, it's about, uh, for me, it's still about acceptance. Do you still, can you still accept this part of you? Because the physical expression is a part of you, right? Having this, physical experience. So can you still accept this physical experience, including your beauty, your body, etc., right? And so when we
absolutely.
resist or when we judge something about a physical expression, we're basically, judging the soul or creator or God. It's like, why did you make me like this? Instead of accepting that this is a gift, this life is a gift from the divine for us to,
Mm.
again, come back to our heart, come back to our soul, and express that the soul light and soul love that we truly are.
Absolutely. And also, it's also accepting, also, I just have to say that part of our soul would have had some agreement in how we are presented physically in form, because our soul we are creators. We are creators and we create partly our experience through what we held, uh not always. I say that, I'm not talking about we create the worst experiences, but somewhere we would have had like incidents of this energy occurring where we kind of were involved in something that created things that we don't really remember and we don't really fully understand. It's like unconscious creating. So our soul would have maybe wanted to learn how to overcome societal norms or societal influences. And we may have chosen to, yeah, really be a light for others to show that beauty can be from within and not from without. We don't know why what we would have chosen, but our soul, some aspect of our soul would have also had part in this creating, because nothing was ever done to us by creator. We would have helped at some level to create something, and that's why the keys are here to help collapse what we've all created as souls, and it collapses it throughout time, place and space. So it could even be on another time, place and space that this has been created, not even consciously here, and we'd be looking at collapsing it. So at some level we are creators of our experience, and we might wanted to have experienced others. For instance, if we were shunned or we felt we were shunned for the way we look, it might make us grow in other ways. For instance, if we're
Mhm.
shunned, we may have then aided others that were shunned, and it may have been part of our soul journey to really uh, yeah, be compassionate and actually aid many other souls that have been shunned. So we don't really know why sometimes things are happening, but there's always and often a bigger picture when we get into healing things.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And we don't
Mm,
always understand. at this level that we're at this consciousness that we're at, we can't always understand the reasoning behind everything, but there always is, right? And there's a
Absolutely.
reason why our soul chose or agreed to, made an agreement to have these types of experiences. Now, when it comes to self-worth, that's a big piece, right? That's such a big, huge
Absolutely.
piece. But
Yeah.
our so can you talk a little bit about how our self-worth shapes our physical health, including the energetic reasons behind the visceral fat, stagnation, and emotional heaviness? I mean, I know as we age, and maybe that's just an excuse, but I'm a little bit heavier than I was when I was 30. I think after
Yeah.
35, I started to gain weight and not be able to take it off, so it's been like a
Mm.
steady increase. And I think I've stagnated now, but I have not getting any bigger, but still that, you know, there is some fat, there is some slowing down of the body systems. There was a lot of emotional heaviness for the past few years, for sure, as you all know. But
Yeah.
how does that connect with our self-worth?
Right. Well, self-worth profoundly shapes our ability to obviously know, feel, and hold our inner beauty. So the two are intertwined. And of course, there's the self-worth and love, but I won't go to love yet. But self-worth greatly diminishes the ability to see, appreciate, and comprehend our own beauty and what it really means. So if we're feeling that we have very low self-worth, so we don't really believe in ourselves, it really does diminish our beauty and our glow. And, if we don't feel beautiful, it really does affect what we're creating in our futures as well. We have to think, if you don't feel beautiful, you're not going to put things out there that if you did feel like you've got great self-worth and really beautiful and some beautiful energy to give to others, you're just not gonna, it's gonna really diminish what you're creating as well for our future. So self-worth is caught up in many things. And when the self-worth has not been witnessed, validated, or honored by others, obviously, it begins to accumulate energies. For instance, telling us that we're not needed. So, feeling like we're on our own, not needed, not worthy. And there's so many energies that really we have to look at when we look at beauty. I've always said that with anything we're looking at when we're healing, for instance, the topic of beauty, it's not just as simple as one energy. We'd have to look at self-worth, love, you know, again, not being honored by others. These are all subtopics when we're looking at one topic. So, healing is something that we continue. It's a journey. It's not a linear thing. We heal that and that's done and we tick it off our box. There may be different triggers to our beauty wound that really need deep evaluation, but self-worth is definitely one that diminishes how our beauty and our divine beauty, and how we perceive ourselves. So physical
Absolutely.
symptoms, yeah, physical symptoms. Um, we do get physical symptoms if our self worth is low, but also we do get energetic stagnation if we don't believe in ourselves. So we can stagnate, and it can really make us a bit stuck. And when we're stuck, it can affect joints and that type of thing. So it has a kind of like, it's a bit like a snowball effect. One affects the other, if so we need to look at it as a whole.
And you mentioned the whole self-love piece. So I always say, maybe because it's sometimes difficult for me, but I always say, let's start with acceptance first, self-acceptance first. And then when you're really okay with that, then you can move on to the self-love piece. Because love is such a convoluted word, I'm going to say, and it's a
Mm.
convoluted term these days. So it has so many
Yeah.
meanings, and
Mm.
themes and just interpretations, I guess is the right word. But
Mm.
still, if we can come to that acceptance of ourselves first, and then come to start to love ourselves for who we are, not necessarily for our physical expression, but if we can love who we are, then the physical expression is not going to matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that does actually the loving yourself does lead into beauty, and many of us can say we love ourselves, but there'll be little often there's little tremors in loving yourself, and that again will be triggered. Oh, and then we can find ourselves self you know putting ourselves down a lot, and that's part of not really completely self-loving ourselves, which leads into us not feeling beautiful. And so that's part of a beauty wound that we're talking about. So the beauty wound that we've been through is quite massive, and it can be the beauty wound can be included in just not loving yourself, but different patterns that we go through. And again, that can be, self-depreciation, which would be another energy that we could definitely look at healing when we're looking at the beauty wound.
My goodness, there are so many patterns and facets and tangents
Yeah.
and that you could go with this beauty wound. I mean, like
Mm.
it's not a simple term. I mean, like when I look at it, I'm looking at it uh in the center of the beauty wound, and then from that there are like so many spokes of a wheel coming out of it. There's so
Yeah.
many ways, so many pieces of it, so many patterns, so many facets of it that need to be looked at. It's huge. It's not just a simple little thing, right?
It's not a simple little thing, no. But you know, um, it's about how you behold yourself as well. I think that's quite important. So beholding oneself, and what does that mean in a spiritual context? So it's an ancient term to behold oneself in divine beauty is it's a very ancient term. It's in being. So to behold oneself in divine beauty in being, and that is a sight to behold. So to yeah, really perceiving yourself as this divine beauty is really spiritual. And yeah, so to behold oneself mentioned a lot throughout a lot of texts. How do you behold yourself? And I don't think that's another aspect to beauty. I don't think many of us have thought about how we behold ourselves. Do we hold ourselves as dear? And not look at our, we can behold oneself is not to look at oneself, but to see oneself through divine eyes almost.
Hmm.
And how do we behold ourselves through divine eyes? Because we are divine, we are part of the divine, we are a part of creator in form. So do we behold ourselves through the divine eyes as creator would behold us? I think that's another question when we're looking at beauty and the beauty wound. And
Yeah.
many of us, yeah, definitely behold ourselves harshly. And this, it's not a judgment, it's just due to trauma, negative incidents that have happened, like the internalization of people's remarks or comments over the years or past times we've walked through experience. So when we internalize stuff or when we have repeated, I don't know, wounding, like it keeps happening, keeps happening, keeps happening, then we're really, really internalizing that energy. And then we will not behold ourselves as divine and as part of the divine. And we will probably behold ourselves as, it's about how we behold ourselves. And many of us behold ourselves as lowly at times, and that's another energy that is in fact another beauty wound that is
Hmm.
well worth having an investigation into all those on their healing journey. Yeah, so it's
Wow.
really quite deep.
Something that's coming up right now, I just want to share with everybody. And um, I'm not judging it or anything like that, but way back when I was 20, 21. So that's a very sensitive
Mm,
time when you're 20, 21. You're still trying to find out who you are, right? Trying to figure out who you are, kind of thing.
absolutely.
And my first husband said to me at that time, I mean, it was very short-lived, thank God. He said to me that if I
Mm,
ever had a child, a girl, he would kill it because he didn't want her to look like me. And
that's
you know, he was not very nice, not a nice person, to be sure.
no.
But now, I mean, I have a daughter, as you all know, and she's beautiful, right? I mean, I
Yes.
see her as like she's beautiful. I mean, I love her so much, and she's beautiful. And people always say, "Oh, she looks just like you," and I'm like, I don't see it, and I think it's because I don't want to see it because of what my first husband had said. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see I see her as so beautiful, but I can't see myself in her unless I really take apart the pieces. Like, yeah, she has
mm,
my eyes, she has my mouth, cheekbones,
mm.
but when you put it all together, it's like she's her own person, and etc. Right? But
Yeah, so really,
that
yeah,
stayed with me, I think, for a long time, and so
mm,
um, I remember when I had my children. I would not go to, and I think I mentioned this on one call before, but I would not go to any functions, Indian functions, etc., because I didn't want my first husband to see them or even have his energy be anywhere near them because it's like
mm,
I love my kids more than anything, but that stayed with me, I think, for so
yeah,
long. And it's obviously, it was not
mm,
kind, and he was not trying
no,
to be
no,
kind. He was being
no,
cruel on purpose. But the point is, those things, they stay in your cellular memory, and then they can affect how you uh, like how you live your life afterwards, how you interpret things afterwards, I think, right? So it can
absolutely.
have,
Yeah,
unfortunately, a deep impact, right?
absolutely. And I think that example, it kind of, we're looking at being traumatized, really, traumatized. And this is again, like probably over time, it's wound, 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 and it's constant wounding. And it's a traumatizing and quite shocking experience for us as a soul. And these obviously do build up these wounds that we're talking about. And definitely being traumatized, I say would be, yeah, would be the energy of that. If and it was
Yeah,
traumatizing. There's no other word to describe it. If someone's constantly making such comments and really it's like a heartfelt as well comments that affect you.
yeah. And I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh, do you want to know what it is?" And I was like, "Okay." And she's told me it's a girl. It's like, no, no, I don't want a girl. I don't want. And I think it was partly that. It's like I don't want her to look like me, right?
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So that was not my reasoning consciously, but I think in the subconscious, it was
yeah,
partly that. But yeah, of course, once my baby was born, she was beautiful and turtle
yeah,
angel and so good and all that wonderful stuff. But still, that fear was there.
mm,
That fear was there.
absolutely.
I think.
Absolutely, and that's what we're talking about, deep wounding, and it affects how we perceive ourselves and how we move forward. And
Yeah.
our beauty is divine, and if we, as we say, if we truly, that's why when we're healing this, if we come back to our divine beauty, we can no longer be wounded, if you like, by this type of energy around us. It will because we know our worth, we know that we're beautiful and we know that we are divine. So it cannot wound us.
Yeah.
These,
So this was back in my 20s, obviously. So
yeah,
I've
yeah,
totally outgrown it. I'm
absolutely.
good, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it still stays like residue in your cells, in your energy field, in your aura, etc. Right?
yeah, it can. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And that's why it's important to do uh this, when we talk about reflection, is there some area that's still being triggered by such memories? And it could be like deep kind of what would I call it? Deep genetic, like an imprint. It's like an imprint that
Yeah,
stays with us. So we may have dealt with a lot of it, but it's just the final little imprints that may need to have a little sweep up or
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
Can anybody else resonate with that? I mean, I hope you've never had that experience yourself, but can you resonate with that? Does that make sense to you in some way? But I really nobody has experienced that ever. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Eleanor said it
so it
stays in our cells until it doesn't. At the age of 83 plus,
absolutely.
I'm still releasing some old belief systems. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
Eleanor, I did not think you were 83 plus. You don't look 83 plus. Not that I don't know what
Bless
that
you.
looks like. I mean, my dad is 88, so
Oh,
but you don't look like 83 for sure.
I absolutely think though that healing continues on, and it's not an end. There's not like people want you to say, oh, there's an end to healing, but healing's a
Yeah.
continuous journey. And even
Yeah.
they I once asked a friend, oh, haven't I nearly finished yet after spending hours and hours in a bath and every day doing this key stuff? And they told me upstairs, told them how long's a bit of string, and I'm still going now. It just takes you to
Absolutely.
different levels and different understandings of your soul and yourself and your divinity, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. So please
Yeah.
don't think that, um, there's no end to healing, but that does not mean that you can't live your life in
Oh,
fullness and
absolutely not.
enjoy, right? You can still live
Absolutely
a
not.
wonderful life and continue to heal stuff, old patterns and belief systems for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're living a human experience. It's meant to be fun and joyous. It's not meant to be all trudgery and drudgery and yeah,
Exactly.
total yeah. But we're just talking about little things if we are on that journey that might be helpful to look at. And
Yeah.
one of them is definitely how you behold yourself. Do you behold yourself as part of the divine? So it's just, yeah, another little energy to
Yeah.
move us forward. And every time we do a healing, I feel like it's a little catapult to the um next area. So we're really just reclaiming our wholeness every time we do a little bit of healing. And it might not even be deep healing, it could just be healing in nature. It doesn't have to be like something deep and profound, as we
Yep.
know. It can be healing, can just be taking care of ourselves and putting ourselves first sometimes when and that's part of uh knowing our own beauty, when to say no as well.
And sometimes the healing is just getting an aha, like you really get an awareness or an aha that changes your consciousness, changes everything about you. That is also healing. So
Absolutely.
be willing to receive insights, awarenesses, ahas that change your consciousness. I know I mean, I had one recently. I mean, it's like a constant thing, but I had one recently, and it's like you don't have to sit for hours anymore and do healing work, but you do have to be open to change, to transformation, to awarenesses, to insights, to seeing things in a different way, to
Mm.
experiencing life in a different way. And sometimes you do need that deep healing as well, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's about self-reflective energy because, you know, this is not on the subject of beauty particularly, but if I'm triggered by something, and we all still get triggered, then I think I do a bit of reflection and think, oh, and I've got a little book, but because I'm doing this with the key work, I just make a little note of my next thing, and I've probably got quite a few in that little book. And it doesn't mean I have to get to them right now. It means that when the divine time's right, I'll probably look at that again and think, oh, I'm just going to get rid of that trigger. So it's not
Hmm.
about any discussion we have on healing. It's not about making you feel like you've got to do it now, now, now. It will be in divine time. It will absolutely be divinely guided if we're on that journey.
Absolutely. And when something is coming up, that means it is ready to be released and healed. I mean, like, like
Yeah,
all this whole conversation we're having today and stuff is coming up, that means it's ready to be released and healed. If you asked me 5 years ago, I didn't think about this at all, right? It was not in my awareness. I had other stuff to deal with, right? So all that other
absolutely.
stuff is now gone. So now it's like, all right, now other stuff is
Yeah,
going to come up that is still there in the background that can now
yeah.
come to the forefront to be released, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, it's not about beating ourselves up for where we are or what we haven't done. It's about just acknowledging it and yeah, and it will be able to revisit it now or in divine timing for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Mm.
so Sarah, these do you want to do some energetic scans now to look at some beauty wounds? I mean, you've already looked at mine because
Yeah.
we talked about it, right?
Yeah,
But
bless you.
do you want people to raise their hands, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah. We'll take some coolers, and then we could do a little meditation healing because going to
Awesome.
connect everyone with Creator to remember their internal beauty. I channeled beforehand, so yeah, that's what we're going
Awesome.
to be doing. But definitely scans. Yeah, lovely.
So let's stick to the topic. So
Yeah.
Sarah is going to be offering these individual energetic scans to look at beauty wounds. So and to give you some affirmations, etc., to move you forward. So do you need for them to share anything, or are you just going to scan?
I'll just scan.
All right.
And
So Tina's first. She has her hand raised.
Hello.
oh, lovely.
So
Hi,
hi,
Tina.
Tina.
So I'm ready for a beauty scan.
Oh, bless you.
Awesome.
Ali. The first thing I'm getting is kind of mulling over. I think something that's affecting your beauty at the moment is you are mulling over things a lot, or to do with your beauty, you keep the words are mulling over. So it's like a repetitive thing that you keep mulling over, uh, the energy of mulling over basically, and it does affect how we see ourselves. Let me just see if I can get anything else.
So mulling over, it means thinking about the same thing over and over again, stewing on something over and over again.
Stewing, yeah, it's and one of the things you're mulling over is how you're perceived. And when we mull over how we're perceived, it does affect how we move forward a little bit. And so I don't know if this resonates, Tina, but it's about the mulling over how you're perceived. And
I have teeth issues, and it seems to really affect me being seen. Like
yeah,
I'm hiding out because of my teeth.
oh, bless
Okay.
you. Yeah, and maybe it's the energy of mulling over stuff that really is what they're telling me holding me back. But you could let me just get you an affirmation, Ali Elohim. They want you just to imagine yourself in a total gold light and keep telling yourself that my beauty is divine, but it's like imagine yourself in a golden ball of light connected with the universal energy of creator, and just like seeing yourself glowing and reminding yourself every day that my beauty is divine will really help. But they want you to stop keep going over how you're perceived, like this perceived thing, how you're perceived, because it's how you like it's been internalized, this perceiving energy, and it's not your true how others perceive you, if that makes sense,
Yeah, I
because
think
many
it's been
perceive
my whole
you.
life. Yeah, my whole life I've been that way. I think because my
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mo- my dad left me at 12 when I moved in with him, and I've always
Oh,
sort of
bless
just been like, "Hey, see me, hey, notice me." So it makes a lot of
you.
sense.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
trying to
bless
let
you.
all that past go and start my 62nd journey on a lot different level. But it's
Absolutely, bless you. And yeah, but just remember that you're it's not you're perceived in glory by creator, and maybe that affirmation would also help. I'm always perceived in glory by the divine.
I know it. It's just I have to keep on. Maybe
Yeah,
if I
keep
keep saying
saying
it
Telling
it.
for daily,
yourself.
yeah. Maybe if I keep saying it daily instead of I
Yeah,
say it for a couple
Yeah.
of days and then I stop, and so maybe if I just say it for a
Mm,
while, it'll become more in my field.
exactly.
Thank
And
you.
absolutely.
especially when you catch yourself mulling over, thinking about that stuff, then bring in that affirmation to change it.
Mm,
Thank you very
mm.
much. Definitely
Awesome.
resonates.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bless
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, Tina. All
Thanks.
right, Pat.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Hi, bless you. Hi. I'll I'll give a little scan. Is there anything you wanted to ask or add?
No, just give me a scan.
Okay, Alia. First thing I'm getting is that you do see beauty all around you.
Mhm,
You do see beauty a lot, in fact.
mhm,
Uh, Basically what they're saying is would be to expand. Hold on a sec.
mhm,
You need to expand the perception that is the beauty of yourself. Don't know
mhm.
if this makes sense to you. Um,
Sounds good.
yeah, it's about expanding the beauty that is yourself.
Okay.
And it's linked to the words yourself. So it's about yourself.
Mhm,
Um, Literally is the word I'm getting, and it's about expanding yourself, if you like, in beauty. I mean, you do perceive beauty all around, which is wonderful.
mhm,
They're showing me like that you really revel in beauty around you in nature as well, definitely. But
mhm. Love nature.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. But they're showing me definitely it's about expanding the beauty that is yourself, which is quite a big uh thing, but yeah, it's about yourself, knowing yourself as that beauty,
Okay.
Oh, that's
Sounds
if
beautiful.
that
I love
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
thank you.
Awesome.
thanks.
Thank you. Mariola?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
I would like a scan,
Hi.
please.
Lovely. Let's have a little tune in. Ah, affecting your beauty right now is maybe sometimes getting into an energy where things feel a bit I'd like to say a bit grey, or sometimes it's not always like a happy energy, and it's affecting how because if everything feels a bit, they're just showing me a bit grey. I'm not saying it's all grey, but sometimes it's a bit linked to feeling a bit low. And it's like probably when everything feels a bit grey, you're not seeing the beauty as it is. So feeling a bit the energy I'm getting really is grey, like nothing's kind of bright for you and at the moment, or you don't feel bright about yourself. You feel a bit it's about that kind of energy, and it's remembering what they want you to do is they want you to start seeing in glorious colour, they're telling me. So it's like to start imagining yourself as every single glorious color of creation, and that's how they perceive you. I don't know if that resonates.
Yeah, it kind of does. I kind of have this about the drudgery of human existence, repetition, the
Mm.
same things over. So I would call it gray. And I do have like a color, like I buy colorful clothes and have different colors painted walls in my bedroom, stuff like that to bring more
Yeah,
color into
I
my
know.
life. Yeah.
But I think it's very important that you see yourself as these colors. So it's about you imagining yourself as every glorious color of creation, creators saying, not, yeah, and definitely having them around helps, but it's about seeing yourself as that. And so if you can start affirming, I am the glorious colors of creation, and imagining yourself, in the day, you being those glorious colors, it may aid a little bit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mariola. I love that. Marjorie, go ahead.
Hi,
Um,
Marjorie.
Hi. One thing I wanted to say before I do want to read a scan, but when I was growing up, I'm petite, and people will always say to me, "You're so tiny, you're so small, I almost didn't see you." And so I think I
Mm.
became that.
Oh, bless you. Well, we can become, if we keep being told something, and we definitely that would be part of internalizing others' truths, which are not your truth. That's not your truth, but that's a truth that you've been, that has been internalized, and maybe like, yeah, it's like a energy that makes you kind of shrink. They're saying to me, but that's not who you are. They're telling me to tell you. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just quickly ask if there's anything else. Eileen. Well, yeah, it has really affected you, because I think it's would if we're looking at that energy, it would be like the feeling like you have to not creep around in a bad way, but creep around so it's part of not being seen energy, if that makes sense. So it's like feeling
Yes.
like you, yeah, have to creep around. So if I was to work on any energy, it would be like that feeling that you've got to creep around and you can't be the divine beauty that you are. And yeah, you've got a massive heart, a beautiful heart, and it's about knowing that your heart is full of beauty and joy. But it's about, yeah, so it would be, if I was to give you an affirmation, well, um, it would be about expressing yourself now through your heart, and remembering that your divinity bursts out. It's like they want you to feel like that you don't have to creep around. You like it's like I burst out with my divine beauty, and they want you to imagine it like little lights coming down. So it's just being sprinkled with divine beauty, um, and sharing your divine heart.
And it's amazing that you said that, because this morning, going through my morning ritual, one of the things that came up with me is like, because I'm getting ready to retire at the end of the year, and I was like, I was asking Source, want you to help me to shine. And I went through these phases and I went like, no, you are shining. And I, and I,
Mm.
and it just, and I left it at that, it's like you are shining. Yeah. So
Absolutely. And yeah, they want you to know
Exactly.
that, yeah, and your heart is massively beautiful. And yeah, so it's just imagine yourself in the being sprinkled with light, and your heart just expanding out to others, and you don't have to creep around anymore. They want you to really, yeah, they want you really to learn how to shout, like wow,
yeah.
that type of thing. I don't know.
Yes, yes. I'm feeling into that, definitely. That is definitely what I need to do. Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you,
Bless
Marjorie.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Layla.
Hi,
Hi, Layla.
Shefali. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd love a scan. Thanks.
Lovely. When I first tune in, it sounds a bit odd, but seeing yourself as gold. Hold on a sec. It's like knowing how this sounds odd, but knowing how golden you are, and that you don't sometimes feel what you put out is gold, if that makes sense to you. But but we have to believe what we're putting out is gold, and then the gold just what would you call it, vibrates all around us. But it's about knowing your goal, like feeling like you're as precious as gold. So it's about how precious you feel and knowing that you're gold. And it's about you feeling precious to yourself. And they want you to kind of keep affirming that I am gold, I am precious, I am part of the divine.
Okay. I
I don't
love
know if
gold.
that well, maybe. And do you feel gold? I don't know. All I could keep getting was gold. You're like gold, gold. But knowing you're gold, and what you're putting, it's about what you're putting out is golden, if
Yeah,
that resonates with you.
I always associate gold with like my oversoul.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Yeah,
so like knowing that I am that in this physical body is how
absolutely.
I relate to it.
Yeah. And maybe just all I'm getting is just to make sure that you have a deep inner knowing that what you're putting out in kind of the energy of creation is gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the message I'm getting. And maybe if you muscle test, you could check that everything I put out, everything I create is or I believe I'm creating something that's golden, gold. It's about like if you could muscle test it, it would be like um my creations are golden. Because this like golden as means like they're perceived as gold and golden, and they've got the energy of golden wrapped up in them. So yeah, it's about what you're putting out. It's brilliant that you love gold and I see gold, but it's believing what you're putting out is actually golden for others.
Yeah. As I test, I get a no, and as I feel into it, I start to feel sadness arise. And I think what happens is based on the response from others, I don't feel it's gold. If it's
Mm,
just me, I feel it's
yeah.
gold, but then I don't feel like
Mm.
other people see that, feel that, recognize it, or receive it. And so then I start to doubt.
Yeah, bless you. But you are what you're putting out is gold, but it's having it's an old energy. Oh, sorry. Oh, I've just got oh dear, I've just pressed my thing. No, it's actually about feeling that everything that you're doing is gold and what you're putting out is gold. So I think it's that really.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
work with that. Thank you.
Yeah, bless you.
Bless you.
Awesome. Thank you, Layla.
Thanks, Shefali.
Um, Unfortunately, now since I'm the only one here with Neo, if he barks like he was, I gotta put him out and stuff. But he's back now. He heard the neighbor's
Yeah.
dog barking, and then he had to go out and bark as well. Talk to
Oh,
him, to
bless him.
her. All right, Cindy, go ahead and you want to unmute?
Hi, hello, Shefali. Hi, Sarah. I would love
Hi,
to have a
Cindy.
scan. Hello.
Lovely. Hi, Aline. Ah, somehow it's about walking forward. Hmm, hold on. It's about I don't know why I'm getting this, but your footprints. It's about feeling like everything's a bit heavy. It's about footprints and how you perceive the footprint you're creating. And do you see your footprint and do you see the way you're walking forward is with beauty in a way? It's about the heaviness around walking forward somehow, and yeah, the motion of it. I don't know if that makes sense, Cindy, but that's what I'm getting.
That's interesting. Could it perhaps be walking away from something?
Um, it does look heavy and maybe a bit like it's left you not it's like it's really heavy energy around footprints, and it could be walking away. It's like yeah, it's a bit wrapped up in how you're walking through
Well,
things. It looks a bit
I'm just
heavy.
gonna, can I add a little bit to that? So when you're feeling light, your footprints are not going to leave a deep indentation in the ground. But when you're
Mm,
feeling heavy emotionally, could be right, then you're
it could
leaving
be.
a heavier footprint,
Mm,
if that makes sense. And footprints, you're always moving forward. So when you're looking at your footprints, you're always looking backwards, right?
mm,
So your footprints
yeah.
are not going backwards, they're always moving forward. But when you look back, then you can see them. You can't see them when you're actually in the spot, but only when you move forward. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I guess I'll have to meditate on the true meaning of that more.
Yeah, I think it's linked to heaviness. Um, and let me just ask if I can get anything else. It's definitely linked to it's definitely linked to heaviness, and your footprints have all like have felt really heavy. I don't know, but yeah, maybe have a little tune in. Sorry, that's what I'm getting. It's like heaviness energy.
Okay, that does make sense to me. So thank you. I appreciate this.
Thanks, bless
Many
you.
Thanks.
many blessings to you and
And you.
everyone.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Colleen, you want to unmute?
Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Sarah. Hi.
How are you? Yeah, lovely
Hi.
to hear
I'm
from
good. Do
you.
you want my camera off? I mean, on?
It's no, it's up to you. Whatever's best for you. It's
You know
fine.
what I look like. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just give you a little scan and see if what comes up.
Thank you. Yes.
It's awesome. Uh, First of all, what I'm picking up about beauty, it's about feeling like things have pushed you down. So it's like it's not being flattened or squashed. It's really the energy of being pushed down, um, which is as which affects our beauty. Obviously, it's another energy. It's like pushed down, um, so that you're not kind of standing up really tall and shouting out about who you are and understanding that you are. Let me just ask them. Hold on. Really, one of a really beautiful, gifted soul, and it's knowing your gifts. This pushing down has stopped your. Oh, sorry, I keep pressing the earphone and it keeps doing this. Um, so it's about being pushed down, energy I'm picking up. I don't know if that resonates there.
Yeah, you were saying something really interesting and then you got
Yeah, sorry.
pulled away. No, it was it's preventing me from sharing my gifts. Just
Uh, yeah, it feels like you're like it's stopping you standing tall, I guess is the word they're trying to show me. It's like that you're not it's like stopping you fulfilling things, this energy of being pushed down, and your divine beauty isn't it's keeping you a bit smaller than you need to be, if that makes sense.
yeah, I definitely feel small and pushed down and I resonate with
Yeah.
everything that you've said to everybody.
Yeah, bless you. Well, it's about starting some affirmations that I stand tall and glorious, working with the divine, things like this. It's starting to change your mindset. And when you find yourself feeling like you're small, uh, maybe even like standing tall, they're showing me, and really doing a huge stretch to remind yourself of how tall you really are, because your soul is huge. We're just little aspects here, and we may have all been pushed down. I've never done pushed down myself, I don't think. So coming up for you, but but yeah, we've all been pushed down at times and made to feel like we're not huge and as huge as and that push down energy stops us being sometimes as huge as we may be or could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like we
but it's
don't
about you imagining yourself hugely tall, and even when you find yourself feeling like you're not, it's about you making yourself tall, to remind yourself to try and click out of that mindset.
Awesome. Thank you so
Lovely.
much.
That's
Thank
all
you.
right.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, Colleen. All right, Ina.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Siobhan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, bless you. I'll scan. I'll give you a scan. Won't be a sec. Elohim. It's about how you view yourself, like viewing yourself externally kind of energy. How do you view yourself? It's kind of getting out of feeling, it's like this energy is not saying this is you, but it's like you feel, sorry, but the word I'm getting is a bit frump, like the energy of being frumpy or in a frump, like a frumpy state, which you're not. They want me to tell you. It's about but that's how you, again, we're going back to being like perceived, and they want you to know that you are far from that kind of energy, because when it's kind of uh it drags you down when you feel like not as something to do with high fashion, like you see things and then you kind of compare yourself, but we can't compare ourselves because your soul is not comparable. Our souls can't be compared. We've all got our divine gifts and our divine energy, and they want you to really, really remember that you have such a shiny, actually, energy. So it's getting out of this, or it might be that you feel a bit in a front, that you're a bit stuck. So it's about kind of like bringing yourself to remember that you're in a kind of flow more than you feel that you are. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes, I'm 75 and they pulled all my top teeth for chemotherapy.
Oh,
And
bless you.
like a little lady. And next to
Yeah.
teenage granddaughters, it's very easy to think about my high school and football games and climbing the bridge, and feeling that inside sometimes expressed well.
Yeah, bless you. But you've got to remember that your beauty goes beyond what you see, isn't, and it's getting out of this energy. And really, you need to start by just giving yourself even a hug. I don't know, many of us don't hug ourselves, but it's about, they're telling me, showing me to give yourself even a hug would really help. And remembering how beautiful you are, not about what you perceive it as. And really, yeah, it's about getting out again and knowing yourself to be that divine beauty that you are.
About dressing up for myself in my own garden, not just going
Absolutely.
preppy clothes. Yeah,
Yeah.
the word really resonated with me. Thank you.
Yeah, but they want you to remember that you're so beautiful. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. That'll be my pulse star.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you, Ina.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, and thank you.
Hi. That's all right. Hi. I'll just have a little tune in. Hold on a sec. Elohim. Iki ish is us. Somehow it's about it's linked to kind of lost your flair a bit. Flair. It's like seeing you flicking your hair up. You know, if you, I don't know, that's what they're showing me. It's like, hold on. My earphones are coming out. I just need to adjust. Oh, it keeps going to this. Sorry. I don't know why it keeps going on to that. It's about really, really remembering kind of to strut your stuff, if you like. That's what they're telling me. It's about strutting your stuff. Somehow. Hold on. It's about not feeling some at times the ability to strut your stuff and put. It's literally about the way you're walking and walking with belief, like flicking your hair, knowing that you can strut your stuff in a divine way. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm picking up on.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yeah, so just keep remembering every time, yeah, flick that hair, get strutting. Oh dear.
Thank you for
Thanks.
all the blessings you've been bestowing there. They're so powerful. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome.
Bless
Thank
you.
you, Alice. I love that. Strut your stuff. Just,
Yep.
yeah. Stella, you there?
Hi, Stella.
She was there before.
Yeah, bless her.
Maybe not.
Here I
Oh,
am.
there she is.
Hi,
Sorry
hi,
about
Stella.
that.
That's all
It's
right.
okay.
I
Yeah,
would love to have a scam.
lovely.
Thank you.
Elohim.
Sí.
First thing they're giving me, Stella, is how you view yourself. So it's like viewing yourself through your eyes. How do you view yourself? It's linked to your eyes, so it's like how do you view yourself through your own eyes? And that's the question they're telling me. And it's like having limited vision about yourself is what I'm getting, and it does affect our beauty when we have limited vision about ourselves. So linked to beauty, it would be looking at having limited vision about oneself, and many of us have had limited vision about ourselves at times. So it's just working on how you view yourself and don't put limits on how you view yourself.
Okay.
If that resonates at all.
I don't know. I don't know. I see myself as a powerful person, as a very go-getter. That's how I see myself.
Yeah.
That's how I see myself.
Yeah, if we muscle tested that, it is how it may be how you see, it's like how you, it's not seeing, it's view. It's like the word they're giving me is how do you view? It's linked to view yourself through your own eyes. The specific word I'm getting is view, because slight nuances make it something different, if that makes sense. So if I was muscle testing that, it would be viewing myself through my eyes as divine presence, for example. And it's about how you view yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can only give you what they're giving me, but yeah, it's yeah.
So
Viewing.
you use that affirmation, Stella. I view myself
as a divine
through the eyes of the divine,
presence.
knowing that you are divine.
Right.
You are the divine presence. You are part of it. And viewing yourself through your own eyes as part of the divine presence.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Stella.
Thanks.
All right, we are going to do a healing meditation, healing process in just a minute. Yes, thank you for because I know Tina, she says she's waiting, she's looking forward to the process. But before we do that, let's just quickly talk about, talk about the packages that Sarah has for us. I'm just going to share my screen. So there are 3 packages, sorry. So package A, Sarah, if you want to talk about that first.
Yeah, so it's an Akashic, well, it's a Golden Key Akashic record. So the keys of creation are held deeply within the Akashic records, and they help collapse what we've created across all time, place, and space through all dimensions and from the inception of the soul. So basically, this is an Akashic record. What one could call a reading. It's not really a reading. It's a reading with a healing, but it does also utilize the key energy. So it's hard to not bring in some of the key work, because Melchizedek is my kind of guide in the Akashic record. So it is Golden Key, like Akashic healing. So that's offer 1.
And that's on Zoom, obviously.
Yeah.
And then package B.
This is a key session.
90-minute, and but this is also in the Akashic records, no?
It is, but no. Well, they work in the Akashic records, but basically with the key work, it's all channeled beforehand, and then Creator, Melchizedek opens a door, so we will go and work directly with Creator, and so we collapse things throughout in a multi-dimensional way, so it's just shown throughout the whole of creation. So if we've created an energy, say from another time, place, and space, where we're triggered by let's say we're unaccepted, we feel unaccepted, so we've triggered an energy of unacceptance. It might not be from here, so we look at wherever it started or where we're holding it even. So say it might be held within our within the matrix, within a timeline, within our soul, even a soul expression. We've held it somewhere for a long eons of time, and it's collapsing it from that time, place, and space, as well as where we're holding it or running it or sitting with it. Depends what we're doing. And then we give it all back to source. So yeah, it goes a bit deeper than the Akashic, basically, and that's why it's an hour and a half for that one.
Yeah, so this is 90 minutes, and again, it's on Zoom. And then package C is about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours, and we deeply,
it's a lot of healing, a lot of deep
dive
healing.
into quite deep stuff. It's all quite deep. It's all it's all healing, but it's just in 2.5 hours we can shift a few things in one session.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are the 3 packages. They're all on Zoom. They all have a payment plan, and of course, if you're an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code. There's some wonderful testimonials and feedback from folks who have worked with Sarah in the past, so please do take a look at those as well. And then a fuller bio. But package A, B, and C, and let's see which one resonates with you. See how deep you want to go. Right, so package A is 111, package B is 155, and package C is 285. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thanks.
Awesome. And, Sarah does deep work, absolutely powerful work. I've worked with Sarah myself, so I know how powerful the healing is. So if you get a chance, please do choose one of the packages, okay? All right, so now we're going to do a healing process meditation.
Yep, lovely. So
awesome.
Just ask everyone if they could just shut their eyes and just relax. We're going to connect now with Creator, Ali Elohim. So just want you to imagine a beautiful divine light coming down from Creator, Hallelujah. down and down, reaching the top of your head. Divine light, traveling now through the body, Alu Elohim. Down and down, till it reaches your feet. Imagining this beautiful light going down through new earth, bright earth, gold and platinum earth, anchoring you to earth. Now, taking that light up through earth, up through your feet, up to your head, Alu Elohim, up and up, and shooting that light up and up, past moons and the stars, up and up, to a beautiful place that's right for you. Sitting with the divine as part of the divine, Alu Elohim. Just giving permission to step into the key energy now, Alu Elohim. Knowing that you are protected, surrounded by protection, glory, light, love, peace, and compassion now, Alu Elohim. Taking a deep breath. You feel beauty around you, surrounding you. Knowing you are one with Creator, in the glory of Creator's light. Feeling worries subside. Now, Alu Elohim. Taking a deep breath to relax deeper into the glory of the light. Iki ish is as us. Do you feel yourself unwinding? Iki Alu Elohim. Do you feel yourself balancing now? Alu Elohim. Creator reminds you now of your divine beauty and your divine peace and your divine light. Hallelujah, Ki ish is us us. Do you quickly see now your esoteric gifts? Iki ish is us us. That is full of beauty and full of light. Iki Alu Elohim. Creator knowing who you are. You're reminded of your divine gifts, your divine beauty, your divine light now, Alu Elohim. Peace around you. Iki ish is us us. Hallelujah. As you relax deeper into the glory and the light. Hallelujah. Remembering your roots. Your divinity is golden and roots are golden. Hallelujah. Your beauty is divine. Hallelujah. Balanced in this beauty, in this light, in this glory now. Taking a deep breath. Hallelujah. Do you see yourself sitting and held in glory now? Iki ish is us us. Creator lighting your beauty and aligning you with the glory of the divine. Iki ish is us us. As you slowly now come back to that beautiful space, the white bright space where you sit with Creator. Iki ish is us us. Creator knowing who you are. Hallelujah. And slowly and surely, gently and beautifully, coming down through the universe now, slowly past the stars in the sky, bringing your golden light, hallelujah, your beauty and your peace. And as you come down to the top of your head, hallelujah, feel that light now going down through your body, down and down till it reaches your feet, taking that light through new earth, bright earth, golden platinum earth, hallelujah. Connecting you with the divine, taking that light up again through the earth, up and up to your feet, slowly through the body, Iki ish is us us, up to the head, keeping your eyes shut and taking beautiful breaths while we anchor and ground you. Remembering your golden light, balanced, Relaxing into that peace and that beauty and that light now. Remembering your divine gifts of beauty. And light. Slowly now starting to wiggle your fingers and toes. Taking a deep breath and opening your eyes. Aluya, iki ish is asus. I'm willing to come back.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
That's okay.
I definitely did not want to come back or open
Oh,
my eyes
bless.
for sure.
Yeah, bless creator. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Such a peaceful state. Just being in that energy, being in that space, being in that state is just, you just want to stay there, right? So
Yeah.
how's everyone doing? Drink some water, obviously. But yeah, let us know how you're doing. I can't talk yet.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. It looked very
That was
golden
lovely.
when I was doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of golden downloaded
Yeah.
energy and balancing of chakras as well went on in that meditation. Yeah.
Exactly. So somebody's saying, wow, so beautiful. Thank you. Colleen is saying, so good. Thank you so much. Tina
Oh,
saying,
good.
amazing. During the whole process, my teeth and my teeth and mouth were tingling. I saw a rainbow,
Oh,
iridescent light, with gold all around me.
lovely.
One came back and the body started coughing, so just releasing. Awesome. Felt so loved.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Layla
Oh,
said, yes,
good.
so much peace, so very peaceful. Ina says, I feel exquisite. Cindy says, thank you so much. This was very beautiful and peaceful. Mariola says, so relaxing. I'm almost asleep. Yes, Mariola, it's late for you. So,
Bless you.
just go to sleep. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, Arietta. Yes, the Samsung was Arietta. Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank
Oh,
you.
bless Arietta. Hi. Yeah,
Yeah, that was lovely.
lovely.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah,
Still feeling
thanks.
it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
any I can't even talk. Thank you so much for the beautiful meditation and for being here today. Oh, beautiful. I'm glad you were here, Alice.
thanks. Oh, thanks,
Roger
Alice.
says that was
Bless you.
wonderful. This might sound crazy, but exotic male dancers came in for me.
Oh, well, maybe that's to remind you you're exotic and beautiful.
Exactly. Exactly. Beautiful.
Mm,
Felt very
yeah,
gentle, Layla said. Yes, absolutely. Well, enjoy, right? Whatever came up for you, just embrace it. And Ina said, I also started to cough and release. Yeah, so just cough, release, let it go, drink water. It's all good.
yeah.
So, so Sarah, any last words of wisdom for us before we go today? This was lovely.
Oh, bless you. Well, it's just ask yourself gently, how do you behold yourself? How do you feel about your own beauty? And remembering to love yourself. Um, yeah, so it's just remembering to be happy when you reclaim the truth of who you are, when you lift the weight of objectification, unworthiness, and the forgotten sovereignty, you return to your natural light. Your life shifts, your energy rises, and your beauty becomes a living, breathing force once again. And from this place, your best life begins. So it's your invitation to remember, to soften, to open, and to step into wholeness. That's how I'd like to close, Laura. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Lovely.
Thank you. Wow. And
Thanks.
thank you everybody for all your comments and being vulnerable and sharing and getting the scans and just being with us in this process. So beautiful. This is such a huge topic. I mean, as we talked about, but obviously so relevant, and there's stuff, that can still be cleared for all of us. So it's such a wonderful topic. Sarah, thank you for sharing this with all of us. I didn't know it
Thank
was
you.
going to go so deep, so thank you.
No.
I will have the recordings out in a little while, so please stay tuned for that. And then you can go back and do this process again for yourself, because it was so lovely, right? And experience the gold, the rainbow, the beauty, just all of that, all over again, the peace, all over that, all over again, right? So it's like I still want to stay in that stillness. It's like I don't want to I don't want to talk. I just want to stay in that stillness.
Oh, bless you. That's all right.
So thank you so much, Sarah. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern. So please do join us then. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings and so much peace and so much light and beauty for all of you. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Bye.
Absolutely. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.